get beside myself, I remind myself from. Think I gotta go through, unlike therapist, unlike most. You love me, my go-to. Love a thing blind on top like Goku. Just left Noble, back in my dojo. Channel like Aura, got the whole Roku. Big dog from the Tether Road, told you. Wait, don't even know you. Step right, I'm a long trip, look at my VIP. Snicker my. One brick, one miss, rich tickets, check out. We talking start like ball hype, pretty face guy like bruh. How do I exist? In the gym every day, I'm gonna miss. So my daddy like, boy, don't blow my assist. I got it. Tryna slow down my motion. It's written, you cannot control this. You gonna blow it. Them, they not important. Me, I'm the one goated. 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 Tryna slow down my motion. It's written, you cannot control this. You gonna blow it. Them, they not important. Me, I'm the one goated. Me, I'm the
It's week 15 of the National Football League, and all eyes are on Chase Brown. He should be a busy man out of the backfield. It's the Bengals and the Titans, and it's all up next.
It's the building that was open the year the franchise became known as the Titans. Welcome to Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these...
Ready to get this game started. Here's Evan McPherson. And away we go from Nashville. Here's a return from the 7. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So the Titans ready for their opening drive of the game. Leading them out, someone in his first NFL season. Their rookie starter from Miami.
A win is a win for him, whether he goes for 400 yards and 5 touchdowns, Kate, or maybe he just finds the end zone once like last week. And being the team first guy he is, he'd be more than happy to end the game with just 1 touchdown pass, or maybe even no touchdown passes, so long as they get the win in the end.
First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. They run once more with Spears. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Finds a seam down the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 22. And that'll be a Tennessee first down. Spears running behind center. He found a gap to take this down to the 28. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense. I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Here we go, Shaq.
They'll motion lock it right.
Go.
From the gun on 3rd down. Escapes the pocket. And the Bengals are too much. They take him down. And they're going to have to regroup after this one. It'll be a field goal try from Joey Sly. From the right hash, it's a 47-yarder. Up and good from Joseph. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
No return as this bounces into the end zone. The ball's coming out to the 20. So here come the Bengals, ready for their opening drive. They're led out by a motivated player coming off an injury, one of the game's great young QBs, Joe Burrow.
That's a loss last week, Kate, that he wears. He's worn it all week long, and I know he isn't the only guy out there. There's 11 on the side on every play. With a couple of interceptions, he's going to hold himself accountable. A lot of work's gone into making sure this week's game is an improvement on that.
Here we go. Shot.
First give of the game here to Chase Brown. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the first down.
Shot. Shot.
Going to the ground again on first. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. That's Denzel Perryman in on the stop. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago.
On one, ready?
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Here we go, here we go. Shot.
Here's Brown again. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Sent down by Cody Barton. He gets a couple, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
11.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Trying for it with Burrow. He finds him beyond the marker. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. The right call came in at the right time. Give him 9 yards and a successful conversion on 4th.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. But the 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, sit on the bench to get their breath. Now they're going to have to buckle down and force another 4th down.
And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
Here we go.
They'll run again with Brown. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through 1 quarter. Just 3-0 is up. Time for our 2nd quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Here we go.
Brown on the inside give. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Brought down on the play by Tavondre Sweat. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
Straight ahead, it's Brown. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in the pocket for a later occasion.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And they make the stop, but a lot closer to the end zone now. He got it to the 11. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
Here we go, here we go.
On the handoff, this is Brown. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. run with Brown. Crosses the goal line for the Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals finish off their opening drive. Point after up and good by McPherson. And the Bengals one up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Titans and their quarterback ready to take over once again. And he's been somebody who can get the scoring done with his legs just as much as his arm. You can see he's top 5 for touchdowns among NFL QBs. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
2nd and 10 now. It's caught. This is Tajay Spears. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. That brings us to the 2-minute warning at Nashville. The Titans trailing in the early going. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Man in motion here. Here we go, 2nd and 9. Brought in by Burks. And that will not be enough for a first down. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Setting up a throw. Cutting in the goal line. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Spears gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans get some late points and the lead. It's a Tajay Spears touchdown. Sly gets the extra point to go. And the Titans push their lead to 3. The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. And that one's going to skip across the goal line and into the end zone. So the football.
On 1, ready?
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Let's get set. Stop.
Burrow from the gun. And his pass is going to fall incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Here we go. Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. The Monty Hooker has it. And the Titans take over on his 5th interception of the season. Well, we all know, Brock, those slot guys start piling up receptions, and that makes them a priority target for the defense.
Yep.
They kept someone nearby, and they pick off that check down.
If a play breaks down in today's football, like back in my day, last century, you check down the running back. That's not the case anymore. These slot receivers, well, they're as big a security blanket as running backs are, but the defenses, to your point, Kate, they figured it out too. And that defense, well, they didn't just figure it out in their head. They went out and executed with their bodies to take it away.
Now here he goes. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. Tennessee calling its second timeout now. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Here we go.
Working inside the red zone. And he'll score! Touchdown, Tennessee! The Titans will add to their lead at the end of the half. Extra point is up and good from Slide. And the Titans make it a 10-point ball game. The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. And that one hit the landing zone first and then into the end zone. So it's going to be a touchback out to the 20. The Bengals and running back Chase Brown getting sent to begin another drive here. And get that big old marker out. Cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. They've got blackjack on the clock. Not a ton of time to use before halftime. Putting a receiver in motion. On first down, here's Burrow. That one's cut along the left sideline. He makes it in for the Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals make it a one-score game before halftime. T. Higgins the touchdown. Extra point added on by McPherson. And the Bengals cut it to a field goal game. Raleigh set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Starting from the 5. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They've got first and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it. It's halftime here in Nashville. The Titans giving the fans something to cheer about. They're in front at the break. Now we'll see. And I guess we'll follow up with the rest of the NFL after this one ends. We're moving right along to the start of the second half. The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. The Bengals and Jamar Chase about to take over on offense once again. And as we draw closer to that final week of the season, he's drawing closer to finishing the campaign as the NFL's leader in receptions. Slot man in motion left. First down, Burrow to throw. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
Here we go.
Burrow out of the shotgun. Short pass brought in. Has some daylight through the 40. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
Brown on the carry. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Burrow setting to throw. Catch made by Chase Brown. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down. He's been as active in the passing game as anyone on this team, and to very good results, Brock.
Yeah, it just feels like, Kate, nobody could cover him. And that's the advantage you have with these elite running backs, these dual threat guys that can run and catch it. A safety can't guard him, a nickelback can't guard him, maybe even a corner's not going to guard this guy today.
His charge towards the line, that's right around 3 yards.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Second down now, 7 to go. From the gun, a give to Brown. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable third down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
A give now to Brown. He cuts it back right. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. And this is now a 100-yard game for him after that last carry. Man, what a strong day he's had running it for this offense. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Stop.
On the ground, Brown. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Here we go. Stop.
Now a give. It's Brown headed right. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out.
Here we go. Stop.
Now Burrow. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through, and that's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. Butker knocks it through. And that will tie things up in the 3rd.
Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. This return makes it up to the 25. So now here comes the Titans on offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Shot. Go. Go.
Now the shotgun give to Spears. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle. Second down now, 7 to go.
Let's go now.
From the 28. Pass caught by Ridley. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I'm sure coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Shotgun handoff now for Spears. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Has his man, it's Ridley. And he takes it in, touchdown Tennessee! The Titans grab the lead on their first series of the half. Calvin Ridley with the touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. And no return here. This is a touchback, and the ball's going to come out to the 20. This, our last play of the quarter.
Gun. Stop.
Play action now, Burrow. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Look at Xavier Woods in there to pick it off. And the Titans get it back on the final play of the quarter. A nice... They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Come on. Smash.
Spears trying this straight ahead. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
The one thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here. 2nd and 9.
Go! Traveler!
They're going to stay on the ground with Spears. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
He's dropping back to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And that's a Tennessee touchdown. Here's Slide to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Titans double their lead to 14. The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And you can see he's in chase mode, trying his best to catch the league leader in receiving. Right now, sitting in 2nd place. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
Slot receiver headed left. 1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And this is what the modern safety is all about in today's game. More and more, we see guys with an interception and a sack in the same game who can line up seemingly in 10 different positions on the field. Almost a positionless defender, yet their impact can be so great.
Defender smart there to get a hand on that one. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Okay, set.
Burrow setting up the play action. Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. 4th and forever coming up.
Here we go.
Throwing from near his own goal line. He's going deep. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. Spears running behind center. Hits the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans have likely locked up the win right there. It's a Tajay Spears touchdown. Sly gets the extra point to go. And the Titans stretch their lead to 21. The Titans kicking team out there as they get lined up and kick this away. And this won't be a return. It's going to be a touchback, but because it hit in the landing... And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
11. Here we go.
Throwing now from the gun. He's loaded another one up. Big gain downfield. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It goes as a pickup of 37 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals. Here's Burrow. And this one's incomplete. Too low as it skips off the ground.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Stop.
On 2nd and 10, Burrow again. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
On 3rd down, here's Burrow. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. He sends this one to the end zone. And they won't do it. So that ball's incomplete on 4th down.
Hey, I get it. It's already over. But go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Running it with Spears. And not a lot of space to work. He's brought down at the 45. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning. On 2nd and 9. He's on the move. He tucks it and takes off. And he breaks out the slide. Didn't want to take a hit, but he is just shy of the 1st down marker. We've got whistles and a timeout call by the defense. 2:07 left to play. Man in motion, headed right. On the handoff, this is Spears. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. And just a couple seconds before the 2-minute warning, the defense calls a timeout. 4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away.
On 1, ready?
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Get set. Stop.
Burrow to the air now. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Roger McCreary takes it away. And the Titans get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
Well, I'll admit, man, I got to admire the guts, the willingness to continue to challenge the coverage, even with 2 interceptions already. But there's his 3rd strike. And no, it's not baseball, but he definitely has to be smarter with what he's doing with the football. There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second.
Second down, probably going to see him kneel it again here. They send one of the tight ends in motion right. And they'll let the clock run all the way down and expire.
Delay of game. Offense.
Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0.
Still 2nd down.
Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock, but the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can.
Let's go now.
Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd.
Set go.
They drop to a knee, and what little time we have left here is going to tick down.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And that kick a little too well struck. He drives it into the end zone for a touchback. So this winds up a win for the Titans. And the sting of losing such a close one the week